Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Akamplida Brian, a medical student at Kuli University. In today's video, I'm going to show you some of the most common errors that appear maybe to you in Excel when you're making calculations here and there, and how best you can go about them. So come with me. I have here previously in my Excel previously prepared data sheet that which I want to use to show you some of the errors that can be made in Excel. So this is it, and these are some of the things I had prepared previously, and you'll see them in some of the previous videos. But this is for purposes of showing you how the errors can be made and how you can easily correct them. So with us here, we have a column that has very many numbers at various points, and I want to show you how the hashtag error can come about and what you would do if it happens. So I have very many numbers in this column in here. So let's say the cell size reduces up to a point where these numbers cannot fit in. This is when we get the hash error or the hashtag error. So let me show you how this can happen, and like this, and you do notice even when you zoom in, the hashtag error has happened where the numbers cannot fit in, and for that number that can fit in, it actually has appeared on its own and nothing has happened. So the easiest way to go about this error is you click here in the boundary of the cell and the next one, or the column and the next column, and you double click and the cells will fit in automatically. So that is how you can go about the hashtag error. And then the other error I wanted to show you is, let's say, is the reference error. The reference error is, let's say, how we got these positions in this document is by we used the average of the individuals as the reference point to get the positions of the students. So in case I come here and I delete the average, we'll get a reference error in the positions column, because the reference point where the position was made is not appearing in the data anymore, and you can see it clearly. This is reflected in the positions and the reference, simply because we used the average to give us the positions of the students, and as well the comment of where if a student was above 55 was promoted, or if they were below 50, or if they were above 55, or if they were below 55, if they were below 55 they were demoted or not promoted, and if they were above 55 they were promoted. So the easiest way to go about this, if it happens, you just have to go back and you bring back the data set that you really had used as the reference. That's one of the easiest way to go about them. So the other thing that usually happens is what we call the hashtag value error, and this is how it happens. Let's say I want to divide a cell that has a number and a cell that does not have a number, or subtract a cell that does not have a number. So this is how it is going to appear, and I will select maybe this cell, and I want to subtract the next cell, which is maybe this one, and I will say no, I want to actually know, we're going to use this one. I'm going to subtract this cell with a number, and I want to subtract from it a cell with letters. So this is how we are going to get the hashtag value error, because it is mathematically impossible to subtract a letter from a number, and this is what gives us the value error. So in such an instance, when you get the value error like this, you will have to go about it this way. you go to the formula and then you can edit it and say we are subtracting from the sum of the cell, and then you double tap, and after double tapping you will have to do what? You will have to correct that, and then you can say enter and it will give you the correct figure. So you can notice that we do have a figure, even though what we are subtracted before was this, and that's how we corrected it. So the next error that we are going to talk about is the name error. This happens when a formula is not recognized by Excel. So an example is this. We're going to try to get the sum of this, but instead of putting the word sum which is recognized by Excel, we're going to use add, which is not recognized by Excel, and then we'll open brackets, and then we select L2 up to L11, and then open brackets again, and then we select, and then we say enter, and you do realize we get the name error everywhere. So how we correct this is by going back to the formula, and then we correct and we input the correct thing that is recognized by the Excel. So we remove here and we add sum which is recognizable to Excel, and we double tap it, and then we say enter, and you do notice it has given us our total that we are looking for. So guys, those are some of the errors that are usually seen and commonly encountered while you're using Microsoft Excel. So please continue to like, continue to share, and continue to subscribe. So thank you for watching and have a good time.